bit of hilarity after turn 1 of the vampire turn. Moved those guys up a little bit. Everything up in a big chunker. They vanguarded up at the beginning actually, and then moved a little bit further up again. The range on the Mortis engine was everything apart from the Terrorgeist. Everything, obviously the ghouls at the other side there, and the wolves. And so that's the end of my movement phase, magic phase, sorry. I managed to cast a Gaze of Nagash on the Pegasus Knight. I'm rubbish at remembering something. The Pigeon Knight, that's the one. And killed one. They passed their panic test. I did manage to cast a big bubble Van Hell's Dance Macabre, but he didn't want that to happen, so he uses a spell scroll on that.
Thank God, because I've been running shit for the spell.
And then I cast the Wind of Undeath. Rolled the misfire, sent it on me, moved 4 inches forward, and did a wound to Cryptora. So not the end of the earth, but still quite embarrassing. End of my first turn onto the Bretonians turn 1. So we're at the end of the Bretonians turn, so talk us through it, champ.
What happened? I moved up. The only charge I made was this unit of Pegasus into the ghouls. I managed to kill all but one.
So Crumble, you had atrocious rolls, and you were like,
I did really have really bad rolls, to be honest.
But no,
and all the same for my magic phase. Really awful.
Atrocious rolls, cheese and vomit.
Shooting, I did take off 5 wounds from this, but I misfired on the last trebuchet. So 5 wounds from the first, and nothing from the last. But it can fire as normal. And that's my go.
Ben Trebuchet, yeah. What happened in the magic phase then? What did you try to do?
Well, I tried to cast Comet, which it went off, and you rolled all your dice. So
Just stop there.
So you stopped it. And then I tried to cast Chain Lightning just to kill some chaff, perhaps buzz through them all. But I didn't cast it, I failed to cast, which ended my magic phase. It's fucking awful.
Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, so my go. It's not a lot happening, but a little bit happening.
Oh,
more
also,
than normally.
I trumpeted my Falcon Horn.
Oh, so I got no flying moves this turn.
So enemy flying movement is hindered.
Until the end of his next go. Also, just so we know, so we're fair, this is the Abyssal Forest, so now I cause Super Fear. Not Terror, Super Fear.
Yeah, you fight Fear twice.
Has no extra effects, but it sounds cooler. I'll see you after my game too. And the Vamps turn 2 then, and what happened? The ghouls did charge in, if I remembered. Oops. My magic phase didn't happen really. Nothing. I cast nothing, literally nothing. Very short range on the Mortis engines regen thing. The guys over there did charge in. They killed 2 knights, lost 2, won the combat, but they didn't break. And that was it pretty much. Nothing really happened. They're very uneventful all around really. But hey, what are you gonna do? Now we get some charges going on from the Bretonians, and next thing you know, what's good for them. But that's all fun and games. So let's see what happens. On to the Bretonian turn 2. There we go. End of Bretonian turn 3, was it?
This is my turn 3, I believe.
Yeah. So on to the vampires turn 4. They charged in, as they do, because that's all they do. Bretonians, because they're fucking boring.
Oh, didn't.
They are boring.
Didn't.
They're the least exciting army ever. But anyway, I love them. Anyway, like I love all the armies. They managed to wipe out the Union Ghoul Cryptoras there. Surprisingly, because their weapon skill 10 all of a sudden because of the river.
River of Light going through.
The light loves them, yeah. And there's no dangerous terrain for cavalry going through a river, apparently. Makes no fucking sense, but anyway. Yeah, it's well. I like swearing.
What's happened?
Makes me
I
mad.
destroyed the Crypt Horrors here.
Crypt Horrors died. Oh, your catapults did hit him once. Failed to wound him. And the other one malfunctioned and can't fire next turn either. Apart from that, nothing happened with magic phase. Didn't cast anything. The usual, like, really poorly for the winds, and I channeled and it was even and stuff.
Wizard shit.
Wizard's rubbish.
That's the only one trebuchet can't fire.
Yeah, I just said. Combat with the dogs there. I got 1 left over there. And that was it, really. I think nothing really happened. On to my turn 4. Midway through my turn 3, actually, because we got the turns wrong earlier. And I've miscast my wizard. He's dropped on a hole. And there's no point in carrying on. Because he costs so many points, because I have to put so many points into him because of the EDC comp. It's not really worth carrying on. Stuff's going to crumble now. Yeah, I'll probably lose a Terrorgeist, so that's another 300 points plus on top of the 500 plus he's worth, because you've got to make him a level 4, which is ridiculous. The army won't crumble completely fully after that, but I'll lose everything in one turn, so it'll be just an exercise in mopping up and wasting yours and my time, so I'm not going to bother doing that. But yeah, pretty sucky, because you can't make a fight the combat character Lord with the ETC comp for a vampire, because you have to put all your levels in it, because you're not allowed to have a Lord level Necromancer as well. Absolutely fucking ridiculous now. They've just nerfed everything about them as if they're like a power army. It doesn't make any sense. The amount of comp they've got.
Well, bretonians have no comp.
Bretonians have no comp, but they just they've got just as much bent stuff. Like their bus works in a similar way to the maybe less effective than a vampire one.
They're ogres slash.
Yeah, and it's just ridiculous. Like the actual comp is absolutely mental. Like the restrictions you put under, you can't actually you can't risk your vampire lord casting spells. So why would you ever make him a level 4? And they force you to do that if you want to take a Terrorgeist even.
How do you think I fared in general?
I think it's fine. I would like to have seen what happened because my plan was to cast the Wind of Death through your army. I know it's a shit spell, but it's the only way I've got of getting through your army apart from my Terrorgeist, who's on one wound left. So
yeah.
He's going to die. So my idea was just to get you to hit one of those units, go through it, which you would have done obviously, because you know ridiculous combat characters and
not even that ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah, but you got loads of combat characters and they can't attack your normal guys, so I'm not going to do any wounds to you. So you'd have gone through that, and that was my turn then to try and 5 dice because you're only allowed to cast with 5 dice. Fucking stupid as well. 5 dice the thing through it. I mean, if I miscast, that would have been the end of the game anyway. But at least that unit would have been in a manageable state then for afterwards. I might have a chance then. Slim, but Bretonians castle with that kind of army build, no chance.
Really?
Not with vampires.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. In general, they're not that great, but because they're uncom, they can do what they like.
They're always uncom. They never come.
Yeah, I know. It's unfair, like, I mean, you should comp trebuchets, so you can't do that castle build then just to see how they like it, So if they're going to camp certain builds, make you come to...
Well, they haven't done much. They've taken 5 wins on that.
Yeah. And that's what's going to
get
them
them
out.
Claim their points.
I disagree heartily with the ETC comp. I think it's absolutely shit. Ruins the game as an expression. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't understand what they're trying to do, basically. I don't get it. But, and again, I'm not going to play in it, so it doesn't make any difference. But
it's so full of hate and rage.
Oh, it just winds me up. Well, why comp it? Why comp it?
No, they need some comp.
Why comp it to the degree they do? What's that going to gain people?
They're Polish.
It just annoys people. Yeah, Polish people ruining the game. Like.
Perhaps Warhammer translates totally differently in other languages.
Yeah. Don't know how. Give me an example. Or... It was just ridiculous. So as I was making a list yesterday, I was like, oh, okay, I can't do that. I'm going to have to put so many points into this guy. I have to make sure he's safe-ish. But then I've got to make sure he's there, otherwise nothing can move. So he's got to be on the front line so I can move my army, but I can't miscast him like a high-level spell in case he goes on a hole. It's just silly.
Here's the road.
If they allow you to have like 2 Terrorgeists, and I'll cast you Wizard, Lord, Vampire, and then he has to sit at the back and hide and then just heal stuff, then so be it, but they don't. It's just ridiculous. Like. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what they're afraid of. Like, they're afraid of dogs. And the comp is you're only allowed 3 units of direwolves or 3 units of zombies. what the fuck, like? Let's read it out. That's fucking lunacy. Yeah, it absolutely does my head in. My mechanics. Direwolves or zombies, 0 to 3 each, because they're the power of the army. Masters of Black Arts and Blasphemous Tome count as a power dice. Oh, you're only allowed to generate 2 power dice or dispel dice in a phase. That includes channeling, by the way. And you're only allowed to use a maximum of 12 dice total in the phase. That's not too bad. That's not pretty standard, but still. Master of the Black Arts. I've taken it this game because I wanted to see why it was so bad. And it's done nothing. It's done absolutely nothing. It's a complete waste of time, like. 0 to 3 ethereal units, that's pretty standard, to be fair, because people are afraid of them for some reason. Even the crumbled ethereal units. Like Shred House.
They don't want to be stopped doing what they want. Yeah. But they allow you to do it times 3.
Maximum of 2 howls or shrieks total. Just about gone. I didn't realise I had the shriek thing, but it's anyway still so loud. Maximum of 0 to 4 flying units. Okay, fair enough.
We got 1 anyway.
A maximum of 15 mounted characters and Black Knights combined. So only 15 models in your army are allowed to ride a horse. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but
Vargeists are a maximum of 8 models, and this is the one that fucks it really. Red Fury, Quick Blood, Terrorgeist, Necromancer Lord are a maximum of 2 in total. So pick 2 of those things for your army, and Terrorgeist is 0-1 anyway.
So you could have had 2 level 4 Necromancers.
I could have, yeah. That was my last army, to be fair, but you can't fight like armor. You can't deal with it without them. You know, that's the trouble I've had with what I play with 2 Necromancers. You can't do it. You have to do it on like low level like vampires.
And you got that 25.
So you have to pay an extra 25 points for your vampires to level 2 cast it.
No. You got that item, the book. Makes you have any lore, isn't it?
No.
Isn't it?
No.
Am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, you're making some of
Demons?
Must be. Oh. No, it's you can have the forbidden lore on a vampire. That's 25 points. Yeah. So all vampires can have it, but you've got to pay.
It's got to be a vampire.
It's got to be a vampire.
Oh, that's vicious.
Yeah, it's vampire power. So. It's okay, it's fine, but you can't do it on a vampire lord because they are the highest leadership in your army, so they've got to be a lord of vampires. Yeah, exactly. So they crippled the army by being idiots. Like, to be fair, I mean,
this is only the first draft, though.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. You can't have a fighty vampire. You're allowed 1 fighty vampire, 1 vampire that can fight. That's absolute shit. Everyone else doesn't get their characters hit that badly, and Chaos won't either, and they're just as bad.
Well, I don't know. If they've seen what's on Twitter and all that, they'll be quickening their boots and they'll be.
Yeah, it's crap. If you want to enjoy your game of Warhammer, never play ETC comp. Honestly, it's just boring. It fucks the game up.
Unless you're a Bretonian player.
You can't make a list properly. You can't do fun stuff. You can't do anything cool. You can't
X-Men are alright. They come. Extra 200 points.
Yeah, have a look at it. Read through it and just see some of the lunacy.
We'll put it in the liner notes.
Put a link to it, yeah. That's a good idea, yeah, because it's just mental. Put your comments on. I've ranted enough now. But yeah, it's wound me up royally because it's just ruined the game now. We're to turn 3. I thought it was turn 4, admittedly, but still, it is only turn 3. And it's really pissed me off.
All the undead go.
Yeah, oh yeah, you go pop. You have a shitty unit with like 2 rubbish vampires. Because you have to make a casty because your army's going to fall apart because you can't do a decent night bus to get through them, so they're going to win the game.
Do you reckon you're playing wrong?
I don't think so. I don't think I did anything wrong there, really. I mean, I'm playing against an army which is all fighty, so I have to like try and whittle you down.
Yeah.
And you have really high armor. I'm not going to do very well against that, apart from a Terrorgeist, am I? You know, nothing in my army really does that. Apart from Wraiths as well, but they're comped and they're expensive. I'm a Howls, the other thing I'll get through all your armor with, and they're comped. So unless I've specifically taken an army with the lore of vampires, power, forbidden lore to take metal, which is going to fail against wood elves and shit like that, then you have a bunch of wizards that can't cast spells effectively, and you're paying 25 points for the privilege each.
I know, you can give your zombies scaly skin.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Actually, I give a fuck, like. Amazing. But yeah, I love playing vampires because they have lots of bills, but it just seems like it just limits you massively.
Well, they've hinted everything.
Yeah, you got to play. I mean, I could play with Graveguard, but I don't like playing Graveguard. Why should I have to force myself to play Graveguard? They're cool.
If you like vampires so much, you would play with them.
They're cool. Well, I will do it, but at some point when I want it. Well, why can't I make what I want to make? It's not broken. It's not bred the game. You don't get many people winning tournaments with them, do you?
No. Would I be winning now? Probably not. I wouldn't be winning now, would I?
What do you mean?
Like, if you hadn't fallen down a hole.
No. I mean, it would have been about a level because the Terrorgeist, that's your Pegasus Knight, sorry, and my Crypt Horrors are about the same. Yeah. And the Ghoul, you got 200 points of the Ghouls. Yeah, you'd be winning just about. Just about. Not by a great deal, but a little bit.
All depending on the end of this turn, I guess.
Yeah, after this turn you'd be well in front, but then you'd be in front of my vampires without a charge, and then they go into you. And if they could fight, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
You know, because you wouldn't want to come through them, like, because you know they're going to be pussies, because they can't be good.
Because they can't be,
you know,
all the things that you normally expect.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not allowed them, because you know I got Terrorgeist. I mean, you can see from what people's armies are on the table, what they've got, what they're allowed. You know, you can deduce what kind of like items. So there's no surprises. Well, you must have that. Actually, you're not allowed that because they're comped. Ridiculous, like. Ridiculous. You can just predict stuff too much. Like, they just hate vampires. Did you write the comp?
No.
I don't
hate them. I just don't like the fluff.
Yeah. I love the stuff. I think it's amazing. Nagash, he's the one.
He's not a vampire. He's a Tomb King.
He's the reason they exist, though. So, and Tomb Kings hate him, so he's definitely a vampire.
Do they?
Yeah, can't stand Nagash. He tried to kill everyone.
They can't stand that bastard.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Shame it was so short. So we're trying to make up with commentary at the end.
It's the 6th game I've won.
I don't count this as a win. This is not my fault. This is ETC's fault. This one does not count.